Hey, it's Justin here, and for our first electric guitar song, we will be learning It's My Life by Bon Jovi. But before we move on to learning the song, let's talk about a few things first. The first thing is that we're going to play all our songs clean. There'll be no distortion or overdrive. This is so that if you can play it clean, you definitely can play it with distortion or overdrive. With distortion and overdrive, it's very easy to hide your mistakes, like for example, unwanted strings or stray sounds. If you can play it clean and it sounds good, then you definitely can play it on distortion. We will talk about overdrive and distortion in another chapter, but for now let's play it clean. The second thing is that learning Bon Jovi might not be everyone's cup of tea, and I understand that. I love Bon Jovi, but there are some students whom I teach and they really don't like Bon Jovi. Well, the only suggestion I can make is that for now, let's learn the songs which I've chosen, because I feel that if you learn these songs, if you can play these songs, you've already picked up something, and then when you move on to the next song, it is just a progressive thing. You're building up upon your skill. So at least for the first few songs, let's learn the songs which I think are important for you, because they are concepts that we're going to pick up. And for today's lesson, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to use the power chords we have learned in the previous lessons alongside our picking and apply it to a song. So let's get started. Before we start learning the verse, let me talk about one more thing first, which is the rhythms of electric guitar. Now you'll find that for electric guitar songs, the rhythm parts are more specific compared to acoustic guitar songs. If I were to strum an acoustic guitar song, I could get away with doing a slight variation on the strumming pattern. But whereas if you listen to It's My Life again, you notice that the verse, for example, has a specific rhythm guitar part that you need to stick to. That if you were to do otherwise, it would detract from the song. So be more specific for electric guitar song parts. Let's talk about the chords in the verse of It's My Life. We're going to use all power chords for this song. Okay, so the first power chord we're going to use for the verse is the C power chord. Okay, and let's just do a quick review. When you hit a C power chord, make sure that you can hear those three strings, and that the sixth string, you don't hear anything. Your index finger is blocking it. Try and get that sorted out first. Okay, the verse only has two chords. We have C power chord and we have F power chord right here at the first fret. And then for the F power chord, you want to hear only the first, the sixth, fourth, and fifth string. The first three strings are all muted. Okay, now there is a specific rhythm for the verse, so I'm going to break it down. We'll have what I call a short sequence. So the short sequence is just the C power chord played twice down. Okay, simple. But what we're going to do at the same time is that once we hit the chord, the first chord for example, you hit it and you let go of the pressure. Can you hear that? You stop the sound immediately. That's basic string muting. So hit it again and you let go. So what's happening in the short sequence is like this. Then you let go. One more time. Then you let go. That's what's happening in the verse. Now we have a long sequence. When I say play the long sequence, it's going to go like this. Okay, hopefully you can catch what's going on. What's going on is that I'll play two downstrokes of C, let go of the pressure, and then with my pick, I will strum the string like this, down, up, down, to create that muted sound that you hear in a lot of electric guitar tunes. So the whole thing goes like this. And down again on the C. So that's your long sequence. One more time. So it's let go. Now I'm going to put it together without any explanation. Okay, that's a long sequence. So when I say short sequence, it's... When I say play the long sequence, it's... Okay, so then in the second half of the verse, what we do is we play the C power chord and let it ring for, I think, 8 beats. Okay, it's very important not to do this. Okay, most beginners, they want to, they have a tendency to let go, but you need to hold the chord to its full value. And then make a smooth change to F power chord. Alright, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's your verse. So let me play the whole verse for you. 3, 4, and you hit it once. Speed it up a little bit. Long sequence. And then the second half, you hold the C power chord for 8 beats. And then you go to F power chord. Listen to the verse and get a feel of how the verse should go and practice along with it. Okay, now let's play along the verse of It's My Life. We're going to put the verse and the intro in the verse at 0.6x or 60% of the speed. So make sure you learn how to change the chords first before you move on. Let's start.
For the broken hearted. A silent prayer for faith departed. And I ain't gonna be just a face in the crowd. Gonna hear my voice when I shout it out loud.
Okay, so that's the verse. Now let's take a look at the chords and the strumming pattern in the chorus. Chorus is pretty simple strumming pattern wise, but let's talk about the chords first. We have 4 chords. We have C power chord, then we have A flat power chord, which is diagonally above, and then we have E flat power chord. Let me just adjust that for you, and then you move up to B flat power chord. Okay, so you can see the way that I'm strumming it. We're gonna hit each power chord, and each power chord will last for 4 beats. So the first half of the chorus goes like this: C, 2, 3, 4, A flat, 2, 3, 4, E flat, 2, 3, 4, B flat, 2, 3, 4. Now, based on my experience, if you're not used to changing the power chords yet, this will be a challenge. So what I can suggest is you just practice moving the chords. Remember to keep your fingers frozen in place. The shape should remain the same. And just practice it till you know where to go, and then you put it along with your strumming. Now the second half of the chorus is slightly different. We're going to go from C for A flat and straight to B flat. Okay, so it's just 3 chords. Now, as an and then what happens after that is something different. We're going to hit the 6th fret of the 6th string. Okay, you can use whatever finger you want. I'm going to use my first finger and then second finger. Okay, listen to the chorus. You can hear the guitarist doing that. So the whole chorus goes like this: 2, 3, 4, A flat, 2, 3, 4, E flat, 2, 3, 4, B flat, 2. Second half: C, 2, 3, 4, A flat, 2, 3, B flat, B flat, 2, 3, 4, 6th fret, 7th fret, and then you start the chorus again, because the chorus runs twice through, at least the progression. Alright, so again, if you're not used to changing these chords, practice moving it slowly first. Get the hang of knowing where to go first before you move along. Now let's tackle the chorus. We're going to do it at 60% of the speed, and just make sure you can get the changes first. Remember to sustain the power chord as well. C. Okay, so that's the verse, the chorus I mean. Now for the bridge. The bridge, we're going to do a slightly different strumming pattern. Let's take a look. We're going to start with the A flat power chord first. Okay, so here's the A flat power chord. Now the pattern, we're going to keep it simple. It's just going to be like this. So it's just a series of downstrokes. Twice for each of the chords. So let's run through the bridge. So it goes like this. A flat, B flat, on the 6th fret. It goes to a C power chord. It goes to F power chord. Then it goes down to C. You hold and sustain the chord. So those are the chords in the bridge. Now let's tackle the bridge or the solo bit. We're going to keep the song at 0.6x of the speed. So let's get started. At this part here, there'll be 2 C power chords down like this. 2, 3, 4, and then you go to the chorus till the end of the song. So that's It's My Life by Bon Jovi for you. Learn the song well, and remember to keep those power chords sustained and smooth when you change it. I'll see you in the next video for our next lesson.